Look, let me help you out, baby girl.
The only torch people and they're talking about are the ones they light on people's lawns.
Or carry with their pitchforks.
Yeah.
Yay, you always wanted to carry a torch. There you go.
Yeah. Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrible Opinions podcast. And as always, I'm your extremely disappointed host, Kenny.
I might not have watched this movie, Daniel.
I'm your jet ski playing chicken Ryan.
Well,
And
it wasn't.
today-
They weren't chickens on the jet ski.
Well, they were playing chicken on the jet skis.
They're playing chicken,
So they're jet
I
ski
don't-
chickens.
but then they did become chickens on
It's
the
only
jet ski later.
It's only chicken if one of you swerves.
No.
No, what happened is they both won?
They both
They
won.
both won. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
went bagok when they collided.
Peacock, you would have say.
You woulda say?
You would have say that my peacock was a what was it you wanted to say?
Shark bait. Hoo ha ha. That's a Nemo reference if you don't know what that's from.
That's the name of the movie. No, but Sharkbait's the name of the movie.
They wouldn't name drop the title in a classy film like this.
Oh, they
Daniel.
say the title?
They say the title.
I'm starting to think Daniel actually didn't watch this movie.
Yeah, you guessed it. We're watching
It's
To Be
the
Original.
The name of the pod.
2022's
Like the name of this podcast episode tells you what the
Shark
name of the movie
Bait.
is. So.
Sometimes people just let it autoplay because they like to just listen to it. They don't even care. This is the best shark movie since Santa Jaws.
This is better than Santa Jaws.
This is the worst shark thing we've ever watched. So this is really gonna get your hooks in you.
Whoa.
This is gonna sink its teeth into you early to know you want to listen to this whole episode because I'm miserable.
There is nothing redeeming about Santa Jaws.
Okay, you know what?
All right.
You know what movies?
Let's just everyone,
look.
pinch your nose, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let's dive in. Here we go. You ready? Put on your snorkel. We're going down.
Shark bait doesn't want to hunt. It wants to be fed.
Does salt water hurt your eyes?
For
It stings
sure.
a little bit, but you get over it.
Okay.
Ooh, I do have some shark-related questions I'd like to start with before we
Do it.
begin.
Do it.
Hit, shoot.
For 10 points, if you see a shark, should you A, swim to the bottom, B, swim within the water column, that's the area between the bottom and the surface, or C, go to the surface?
I'm gonna think that you probably don't want to be on the surface because that's gonna make more splashing. So I'm gonna say
I think you go to the bottom.
I'd say go to the bottom, but for me, I would drown. So I'm gonna stay near the upper middle in the column. I'm gonna ride that shaft.
All right, Daniel, you are correct. You should swim to the bottom. That gives you the most protection, and the sharks usually like to swim. Kenny, you're right. If you're at the surface, you're going to look like a tasty meal, so you don't want to be
But
there.
if I go to the bottom, I'm gonna drown. Especially like if I'm over that trench, that big one.
The Mariana.
I'll probably like die of compression.
All right, question number 2. If you are diving and you see a shark, should you make yourself A, horizontal, or B, vertical?
Vertical.
Vertical, get big.
That's correct, vertical. Third question. What is prime hunting time for many sharks? Is it A, dawn and midday, B, midday and dusk, or C, dawn and dusk?
Is it D? It doesn't matter.
I would say dawn and dusk.
Oh, it matters. It's dawn and dusk. Daniel, you are least likely to get eaten by a shark. Congratulations.
I'm also least likely to watch a shark movie.
I would punch one in the nose because that's what I'm supposed to do. And if one bites me, I'm gonna bite it.
That is correct shark defending technique. When you're wrestling a shark, you should
And
bite
You
Yeah,
gotta
but
make
you're-
you make the first move. You bite them first.
You bite them on their dorsal fin, and you establish dominance early on in the relationship, and they just roll over and let you tickle them.
Ooh.
You can also stick your finger in their butt, probably.
Um.
I feel like maybe it's their nose.
Would you say
Same hole.
that out of the Tubi movies we have watched, this one was more like a movie or less like, okay, we've done Shark Side of the Moon and we've done Hellblazers. How would you rank it among those 3?
This is more of a movie.
Sharkside was a better time. Hellblazers was
A better time.
A worse time.
A worse time than this?
Yes, because
Okay, I would watch Hellblazers again. I would watch Sharkside again. I might not have even watched this.
this movie did a weird thing where I hated it. Let's see. Let's split it up into
There's only one good shot in this. Well, I mean, it's all shot competently, but there's only like one original cool shot in this.
Okay, look, let's break it into 5 chunks. So
Okay.
the first
chunk is
the first 3.
The first bite severs you 5 chunks. All right. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the ankles of the movie.
Yeah, the chunky ankles.
Chunky ankles.
No, so
All
this
right.
is like
We'll start
this
at the
is weird.
bottom.
The first 3 chunks, so that'd be 60% of the movie. Fucking hated it. The 4th chunk, I kind of got into it. 5th chunk, fucking hated it. It's weird, like somewhere like
Back to hating it. Okay.
somewhere in the middle there for a small part of time, because it's only an hour and 27-minute movie. I'm kind of liking what's going on right now, and then it ruined it. I was like, I don't like kissing. Now leave me alone. Okay, look, with this movie right off the bat, it starts. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and say like a shark movie, a straight up shark movie, I think are hard to make like really good and interesting. When they do make them good and interesting, they're bangers. They're fantastic. I mean, obviously Jaws is great, but I think a lot of them for me is like when you're just straight up stuck floating in the ocean. There's no tension to me because I think the shark should just win. If the shark wants to eat you, it should just be winning. It would have knocked him off the jet ski. It's not believable to me. There's no real suspense. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Also, I was waiting for either the people or the shark to turn into a Power Ranger because this was a Saban movie. And I didn't realize they did other shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, why'd they make what?
This is their movies division.
The credits on this.
So what you're telling me-
so many presented by so many different little studios to get this one little shark movie made.
You're telling me instead of putting, I don't know, however, we'll say $5 million
Euros.
towards this movie, they could have put that towards a Power Ranger movie, and they just didn't?
Oh,
That's what you're
great.
telling me?
It could have sucked for another $5 million.
Look,
You heard me.
it's even more insulting to me that this movie was made like this because the director, James Gunn, he's been the AD on a lot of things, and 2 of which were the 47 Meters Down movies.
So he knows how to shoot underwater stuff.
Yeah, and he knows how to shoot good shark movies.
I don't think there's nothing offensive about this movie.
Right. No, and it's shot well.
It offends me.
It looks
It's
like a
just
movie.
it's just by the numbers, right?
Yeah, what's offensive would be the script.
Yeah.
Jaws has the benefit of it's not all about the shark attacking people. You actually have characters who can have character growth because the movie isn't focused on one single shark attack. It's not all about the boy getting eaten,
They had the foresight to make a COVID metaphor movie, right?
And they had that bad hat, Harry.
It's a bad hat, Harry.
Ryan looks confused when I say COVID metaphor.
I don't know what that means.
They didn't want to shut down the beaches because of money, which is what happened in America.
They didn't want to shut down beaches because of money?
Yeah.
You mean
They want to shut
Amity
down nothing.
came to the whole continental United States?
Well, no, they didn't want to.
Amity's here, Mr.
Yeah.
Burke.
You get it. That's right.
Amity is here. I don't even know what the hell that means.
You get it.
It means...
No, I know what it means,
means-
Daniel. I'm continuing the reference to Big Trouble in Little China.
And I said you get it.
Oh, God, I get it so hard, baby, because I watched this movie. Did you?
Ask me something about this movie.
How does it open?
Did I like it?
How does it open? People partying on a beach.
You're close. We get the underwater Jaws and Leviathan intros where the camera is moving underwater on like some coral. And then we go out of the water to, fire dancing on the beach. And I'm like, yeah, fire dancing.
And I'm like, oh God, no. We got spring break. We got young people. We got drinks. We got fire. We got beaches. We got thoughts.
We get
a flash we don't see.
booty
And
smacking
we get an opening
dancing.
scene.
We get...
Nope.
Now, Kenya, did you notice the hungry eyes?
I noticed it.
I noticed everything.
Noticed everything.
I noticed... Take a shot every time I say I've got a problem with this movie.
Uh-oh.
I notice that this opening scene has gone on too long. And that's a problem with this movie, is certain scenes go on too long.
No.
We linger.
No.
We didn't have to let it linger.
Did you
I
have
also
to?
noticed that they talk about what's the best hangover cure, and none of them say fucking Waffle House.
I don't think there's Waffle Houses in Mexico.
Oh, you mean Italy?
You mean
Is this
Malta?
it? But isn't that guy speaking
Yeah.
Spanish?
Is he?
The lady also says she's from Kansas and calls her flashlight a fucking torch.
Yeah, she does call it a torch, and her British accent slips out a couple times.
No, they actually do sound like that here.
I don't believe you. You guys definitely don't call it a torch.
This movie gives us best toast ever. You know, they say to friends and to beer goggles. No, I think that's beautiful. That's a beautiful sentiment. And I agree.
I think the movie gets out of the way pretty early that I don't like any of these characters.
But here's another case where they're not actually friends.
Well, a couple of them were close.
Except for,
the ones that were supposed to be.
Was it Tyler?
There's a Tyler.
Tyler was a real one.
Straight up, Tyler, best guy here.
Except he still did a crime. They made him be the prime person doing a crime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, they were all complicit with that crime. Hey.
Yeah, they all got what they deserved.
Is this the first doomsayer we've seen who like actually had scars to talk about it?
He had no legs.
What happened to his legs?
I call them angry Hot Wheels. Well, we don't find out until they're on the water that the lady who knew Spanish.
Well, no, he says it's pretty. You don't have to know the language to know what he's saying. If you're watching a movie called Shark Bait,
he could have just been an angry guy in a wheelchair.
So, are we in Mexico or Spain? Where are we?
We're in Europe, I believe. Definitely in Europe somewhere.
But they claim they're in Mexico.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, this is supposed to be Mexico.
Oh.
I don't know very many people who go to Spain for spring break or whatever.
Oh, now that you mention it, or that Spain has a lot of shark attacks on their beaches.
Because that's like the Mediterranean Sea, right?
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't be that warm.
There wouldn't be a great white in the Mediterranean, would there? I don't know. I'm asking.
Plus, if it was a Spanish one, it would have like a mustache.
Yeah, you'd have a mustache and a cool hat.
Do they actually say where in Mexico they are?
Probably by the Gulf.
American tourist time. If you go, a lot of places, if you go to Mexico to like one of the resorts are fine, but they're also heavily guarded. You can't just go out into Mexico proper. I mean, you can, but...
You're talking about when you go to white people Mexico.
Yeah, so are these people in white people Mexico?
They gotta be.
Okay. All right.
On account of, that's mostly what you see.
What is the blonde girl's name? Millie?
Oh, yeah, that's Millie.
That's Millie. I'm with her on this one when she says, we just gotta keep on partying. We can sleep on the plane, party until then. Absolutely.
I'm not with Millie because she's the one where I kept staring at her when she's talking, and I felt like, did they dub over her lines? Is this even in English? But I'm like, no, they are talking. It's just part of the whole audio issue, and hers was the worst.
I didn't have an audio. I didn't have an
audio issue either.
I think this is a you issue.
Tell you, I turned that thing all the way up.
No, I think you're.
Well, did you pause it and then let it buffer a little bit?
It probably got out of sync or something.
It was in sync. It's just
bye.
It was clear, but it's like it wasn't being projected to me, the audience. It's like they were talking, but maybe
they weren't talking to you.
Like,
they're talking to each other.
But even when they're not talking to me in the movie, you still hear them clearly, and it was weird. It's just like, I don't know. They need to upgrade their podcast games. All I'm saying.
Yeah, they need to up it.
Yeah, ours is good.
Yeah, they can't hold a torch to us.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny.
Shoot.
We might have jumped the shark a bit. Can you give a synopsis of this film?
Oh, can I? No, wait, I don't want to, because I didn't watch it.
People who deserve to die in any horrible way imaginable do in the water by a shark.
Brilliant.
It's not a very good synopsis, I don't think.
My angry synopsis.
It's not very good.
Yeah, that's the synopsis of an angry man.
It doesn't really tell you anything about
A
the
small
movie.
angry man.
I mean, what more can you know? We got young people who are partying, and maybe they make poor choices, but we got to have one token not young person. Oh no, sorry, one token not bad choice making person.
It's like, who's the not young person
in the group? They're probably all not. And,
There's a 50-year-old man. There's a 50-year-old man with them the whole time, just off camera. Just chilling.
Yeah, it's Greg from. It
was their chaperone.
No, it was Danny DeVito with the rum ham.
They get into spring break shenanigans. They go out on the water, and well, the movie's called fucking Shark Bait, so that's pretty much your synopsis. That's still angry.
Okay, the only thing that truly made me angry about this movie was
when they broke the glass next to the fucking beach.
How do you know me so well? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Ugly American moment. Yes.
That was the final straw where I'm like, I don't just hate these people. They need to fucking die. Quick 5-minute blast.
You can't just do that. My brother almost lost his toes to an incident like this.
God, what that Mr. Harry? They say in the movie Without a Paddle, thanks for breaking glass where my children play. Like, yeah, fucking dicks. What's look, it's okay though. We're also gonna go steal some jet skis, and then we're gonna have a quick 5-minute blast on some jet skis, and then churros for breakfast. I hate this. They didn't put on a single goddamn life jacket, which is fucking dumb. Even if you're a good swimmer. But you know what? We find out later, Millie can only fucking dog paddle. So she went out there, no sleeping bag. No, she didn't bring a sleeping bag.
She didn't go out there with her pillow
they didn't bring
or a teddy bear.
Any camping supplies at all, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but they're fucking, and then they're playing drunk chicken with jet skis and no life jackets. Fucking idiots. And of course, we do it a couple times, but you know what? Let's just keep getting closer. We got the one chick on the back who's like, I don't think this is a good idea either. And then, lo and behold, they fucking crash into each other. Now, look, the crash, one jet ski kind of goes over the other one. Okay, here's the thing. I think the one that went over, I think the person driving it, which in this case was Tyler, probably fucking dead.
There's Tyler, Tom, Millie,
look at you,
Greg, and Natalie.
Bless your little soul, writing these names down.
So that when I tell you that Greg got cut up by a propeller and is beautifully bleeding into the water wearing that Hawaiian shirt, you know you can trust me.
I can trust you.
And Tyler has a head injury, which doesn't seem like a good thing to have if you're supposed to be swimming.
No, but that lasts all of 5 seconds when he gets back out of the water.
He's just dazed, Shakes it off.
I don't think he got a real concussion or nothing, when in reality he should have been fucking dead. There's nothing to protect them from that impact. A fucking jet ski flying at you while you're on a jet ski also going at a high pace. That's a car crash. Except you've got nothing around you to prevent you from taking that full impact. So he should have been dead there. The jet ski that went over the top is probably those people are fine. They might be stinging from bad belly flops in the water or something, and maybe disoriented from the impact. But yeah, the people that were on the one that got ramped, they're probably all fucked up. But don't worry, they're not. It's just Tyler, and he's got a boo-boo on his head, and maybe he does a little underwater float for a few seconds there. And I'm just I wish you died. I wish you all died. You're bad people.
Don't worry, your wish, just patience. Patience.
Patience.
Well, now we got blood in the water, though.
Yeah, shark bait.
Hoo-ha-ha.
Ooh-ha-ha-ha.
Ooh-ha-ha. And that's when I realized, is this one of those damn open water movies? I haven't watched those movies. They might end up being good, but that's that concept that bores me. If you're out floating in the middle of the ocean, you're not on a boat, you're just out there floating, and we supposedly have aggressive sharks. I don't recall sharks having anything in their nature that implies they like to play with their food. So, you're just gonna die.
Also, this shark is how hungry is he? He's eating all the people.
And also, how many are there?
There's just one shark. What do you mean?
Is there?
The movie doesn't show us anything to indicate there's more than one.
I think at one point in time, there is the shark clearly right next to them at the jet ski, and then one over by Tyler.
No.
You're trying to pull a croc exclamation on me right now. I'm just not gonna bite. Not happening.
I'm telling you. I'm okay, Tyler's a little ways away.
There is no line in this movie that says, oh, there's two of them.
They never see two at once.
So the characters would have mentioned it. There would have been a shot with two of them circling them.
They don't
that
have
was
to. Who says they have to explicitly? There's lots of sharks in the ocean. That's what I told them. I yelled at them. I go, you might have stabbed that one in the face. Maybe you did some damage, but I hate to tell you, there's a lot. And there's another shark movie called Shark Swarm, and we're never gonna fucking watch that for this because that's even worse than this.
Okay.
But I don't. Yeah, the floating in the open water concept of the shark attacking me, it bores me because that's one of those things where it's hard for me to suspend my disbelief that the shark would just fucking kill them. Because if it wanted to, it would.
Yeah, I mean it's going to, and it's going to.
Also, I was just glad that was happening to those people. They deserve that. Then we get a shot back to the dock where they left, and the tide is coming in and washes away their shoes and another phone. I'm well, I mean, I guess I can help make it to where there's no chance anyone thinks anyone's out there, despite the fact that the jet skis are stolen. But yeah, that's
So their plan after this collision, and they've kind of assessed that they got two members who are in a real bad way. Their plan is to get Greg, who's the most grievously injured, onto the working jet ski, but they can only fit 3 people on it. Why? I don't know. That's what they decide. I thought
was...
all like 2 people hang on the side, 3 people write it proper. You're good to go. What's the problem?
Also, they wanted to leave Millie, who can't swim good, behind instead of swapping her with a different person and then going.
If you leave Millie alone on the jet ski, she's probably going to have sex with someone.
Okay,
your
that's
boyfriend
not...
probably. But you know what? He's not a very faithful fella to begin with.
I don't care.
Tell your brother, though, I was a stand-up guy. That was my thoughts as well about holding on to the side, but I was like, they couldn't go full blast on it. But I wonder if there's some other reason why, but I'm not a...
It's got a weight limit.
It fucking floats, and here's the thing. Those things are filled with, like, a styrofoam material. You can't sink them. Like, you could chop it into pieces the entire...
You put the fattest motherfucker alive on there, it ain't gonna sink?
No, I've been on one.
You ain't the fattest motherfucker alive. You just a fat motherfucker, you know?
I don't know. I was with you, though, Ryan. I was like, yeah, why can't they hang on there? But then I'm like, but I'm not an expert, so maybe that isn't actually practical. And again, how fast could they really go without, like, losing them off the side?
Millie can't swim, so she definitely should not be staying to swim. Tyler has a head injury. He definitely should not be staying to swim. And those are the 2 they choose to stay. It should have been Millie. Millie should have drove it. Millie could have driven it. Tyler would have been on the back and Greg would have been in the middle, and you leave whatever the hell their names are, Natalie and Tom, the actual swimmers. You leave them with the other one.
Yeah, then they're alone and they can work out their bullshit relationship drama and not bother anyone else with it.
They don't have drama yet, though.
Oh, but don't worry, because the engine's dead, because of course it is, because why would anything work? And I love this, because...
And the other one's sinking.
The other one's sinking, as if they're trying to move Greg, because he's still bleeding out right into the ocean. As they're trying to move him, there's like, now take it slow, and then I wrote down, not slow enough, because they like snap his leg or something.
Yeah, the bone was already out. And
Beautiful. And then we get someone's trying to drink salt water, and Natalie's like,
stupid.
No, don't drink the salt water. I'm like,
do that multiple times.
How don't you all know? Do not drink the salt water. If you have just been alive for 5 minutes, don't drink the salt water.
And the thing is, at that point in dehydration later in the movie, Natalie fucking like rinses her face with the ocean water. And I'm like, I wouldn't even put that on my face at that point because you're going to lick your lips. I cannot stress to you, if you've never been in the ocean and actually even lick your lips after coming out of the water, it is saltier than you can fucking imagine. Like, and so you lick your lips, you are going to get your sodium intake for
Why
the
is it
fucking
so
next 3 days.
salty?
Whale jizz.
Oh.
It's all whale jizz.
Yeah, that's what you're putting on your pasta every day. Evaporated whale secretion.
And also, I feel like if you're putting that much salt back on your skin, then it's going to dry, and then you're just stuck out in the sun. That's really going to help your jerkification. You're going to be turned into a jerky.
Which one of us catches on fire first? If all 3 of us are in this situation out on the ocean. I feel like it's me.
I'm going to say it's you also.
Judging by this video, it's you.
I'm going to turn into a lobster within minutes.
You're looking full Nosferatu.
Dracula over there.
You would bite the shark back, and then we'd have a Shark Dracula.
Is that a movie that we can watch?
Sharkula? Yeah, it's a thing.
Shark Dracula?
Okay, so here's the part where this is what I would have suggested, Ryan.
Okay.
Not your idea, which was still dumb, just less dumb.
Which one? Which one was my dumb idea?
Where you still leave 2 people sitting out there floating in the ocean by themselves. Because you can only swim for so long, man. Here's what I do. You keep the guy with the busted leg on the jet ski, and you keep one other person. I was going to say Natalie, but if you're concerned about Millie not being able to swim, it makes sense. You keep her on to fucking steer. Everyone else is in the water around the jet ski, and we swim, pushing the jet ski towards the shore. So we're making actual positive movement back towards land.
Wait a second. I know that the second jet ski is pretty damaged, so it's probably not going to run, but it's still floating a little bit. Could we not just...
Bobbing.
It's
the
bobbing.
tip is up in the air.
Could we not just use that as
it sinks.
something?
It was, as it was taking on the water and whatnot, it was slowly sinking. So
sure.
They could use it for a second, but they could also just keep hanging on to the first one.
I think, you take off Hawaiian shirt guy, you take his shirt off, you tie it to the end of the jet ski or something, you let someone hold on to that, and you just drag them like a shark bait. Hoo-ha-ha.
Look, that's what they should do. They should work to bring back the other jet ski because those don't belong to them. They stole them.
So
they should be trying to get them back in one piece.
Problem is that they've stolen these jet skis and drowned one of them, murdered it.
Yeah, it ain't coming back.
That is a problem, yes, because there's
You're not concerned
only one...
with their lives at all, but
No,
you're just angry that they stole.
This is karma coming right back at these fucking idiots. The only victims in this movie are the jet ski owners.
And the shark. He probably hurt himself when he wedged himself in that little crevasse, right?
That was dumb.
Can sharks swim backwards?
They can look up. Okay, so now we get our first, we're out here just kind of waiting. We got Nat on the front of the jet ski, Tom is all the way in the back, and who's in the middle? Is it Greg? Greg's in the middle?
Could be.
Being sandwiched in.
But
So,
we've also had the phone secret reveal.
Well, no, that's what I'm about to talk to. She's up there. Natalie's trying to flash towards the shore with the phone, which I thought that was a good idea. That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
And that's when we talk about, I think the tide's changing because I can't see this tower over here anymore. And that's when I'm like, there was a tower you could have swam towards? Because we haven't had a shark yet. And that's when Millie was it Millie? No, it was Greg was already trying to drink the ocean water. But, he's bleeding out. He might be delirious. And then now we're checking for signal again. And that's when we find out that someone did a cheat.
How do you find that out?
I guess this was Millie's phone or was it Tom's?
By fucking going through phone messages when you're supposed to be checking for signal?
I think it was just on his, like, the homepage background image on it was him. Was his last exploits, was Tom's exploits with Millie. And then you click on, the gallery button is just right there. You click on that and,
it's right there.
Last night, so hot. The hottest.
Yeah, look, but don't worry, we were drunk. It just kind of happened. Yeah, but you were texting about it sober the next day about how much you liked that it happened, so I don't think that excuse flies there, Chief.
There was no misspellings in those texts.
Yeah, and then we have a fight, and then the phone is gone, and then we see a shark. They don't see a shark. We see a shark. And also, Tom's really good at going way down there and breathe and holding his breath. And I couldn't hold my breath very long, and that's annoying. And I don't like that. You ever try to hold your breath as long as they do in a movie?
Sure.
It's hard.
You got to hyperventilate before, and then you can do it.
I save that for when I'm under the water.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that water is super clean and clear for him to be able to dive down so deep and still find a phone.
Yeah, because that phone's going to blend in.
Now, the shark we see, it's in the background. I like most of the shark shots in this movie. I thought they did a pretty good job. The shark looks good. Yeah, like I think not all of it, but I do think some of it was like real shark footage that they were able to blend pretty successfully.
Yeah, I can see that.
There were parts where it was not a real shark and did not blend so successfully, but at the beginning it did. Now, I know that white sharks, when there's a seal on the surface, they'll come up from underneath real hard and breach to stun at the launch. And I wrote down, I hope, please, the one thing I want from you, please, just launch yourself out of the water while chomping one of these characters. That's all I want.
I wanted that, and I also wanted them to acknowledge that being underwater, like in the ocean, is much like being in space. You need to respect the fact that you need to look up and down, too. And eventually they get there.
They do.
But for a while, they were just looking side to side while they're underwater. It's like, no, the shark probably won't come from side to side.
It's the third raptor that's going to get you from underneath.
Right? But of course, Tom's down there, he finds the phone, and he comes up, and then all of a sudden, Millie gets pulled under the water. Because what does everyone need in a stressful situation? More stress. He does a fake shark attack, pull her underwater thing.
He didn't think he was going to make it.
That's really going to help set the mood. Come up and playfully tease the person who you just fucked behind your girlfriend's back, who's also her friend, right there in front of your girlfriend, who's probably still not happy that you did a cheat. Fuck off. You guys are fucking stupid.
How?
Dumbass. And then it gets awkward.
Dumbass.
How confident a swimmer would you say you two are?
2 out of 10.
Daniel?
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10?
I'm not one of those people that float well. I can force myself to float.
That's that.
But it's not effortless. I think I got dense bones.
Yeah, so you got big bones.
You're not going to be the guy who says, oh, remember that boat we saw a long time ago? We can't see it now, but I'm sure it's out there. I'm just going to go free swim out into the ocean and hope I'm going in the right direction to find it.
No.
Did you look at Tyler? He's fit, man. He can do it. We're not fit.
I understand.
We aren't fit? Huh?
Except
you aren't fit.
You have a head injury.
Fat.
And you're not taking any kind of flotation device with you, so it's all on you. Literally, it's sink or swim moment, and you're out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, but he fucking did it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, which that was a fucking cruel thing.
He did. I wish. I mean, it skips ahead a bit, but he does find it eventually, and then he gets eaten immediately upon finding it. I kind of wanted there to be a little bit more, like a mystery or scare set up with the boat that he finds itself. Like he gets on the boat,
and then it turns out that the people on the boat are sharks.
You read my notes, you fucking dick.
Oh, I
didn't.
I
didn't.
I
read
wanted
your
it.
notes.
That he gets on the
That's what I
boat and then
put.
he sees like a
It's
severed
read by
arm or
sharks.
something, because
There's
the shark is
raptors
eating
on the
people in this
boat.
boat as well.
Sure.
And then the shark bites through the boat. A lot more shark as a ridiculous monster of the week kind of thing.
Yeah, every time they got out of the water in some way, shape, or form, I had the shark standing right behind them like fucking Jabberjaws.
One of the first shots that I really enjoyed. The shark grabs Greg, all right? And
Yeah?
Natalie's hair gets
Yeah,
caught
this
in his watch.
is the one shot I like.
Ow.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. And we watch as she's now being dragged down into the depths attached to Greg's hand. And that was beautiful. That was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we gloss over how they ended up in the water for the shark to have a thing there, and that's because Tom got scared
It was fucking idiot.
Tommy
and
boy.
tipped over
Little
the
boy.
tipped over the fucking jet ski, and they all ended up in the water.
He got scared. I don't know what
He got scared. His pants slipped a little bit. There was a virus on the computer.
could happen to anybody.
Anyone. And so, Nat goes and saves Greg, and then Tom's just kind of out there, and then Millie makes a noise, and then Tom goes to save his side piece, which I guess is fine because, well, she can't swim, so I guess someone had to save her, and it probably wasn't going to be Natalie at this point. Yeah, I think, though, either the watch, like, the clasp opens up pretty quickly early on, or that hair rips pretty quickly. I think that went on for a long time, and I'm like, that's so painful. And then eventually, it breaks, and then Greg's gone, and wrong kid died. Tom and Millie are back on the jet ski by themselves. Nat hasn't resurfaced yet. So I don't know why Tom and Millie weren't just sitting there grinning, because like their problem is solved now. They don't have to deal with any of this whole infidelity stuff. We never have to address
their
the
problem
part
is
where...
gone. The problem of their
Yeah.
interrelational, the social conflict that makes you so uncomfortable is now removed from the movie.
It's done. We never have to go into the part where Millie tried to say it was maybe okay that I slept with him because I wasn't the only one. Like she said that earlier.
Hey, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah.
Croc.
Once a shark bait, always a shark bait.
Hoo-ha-ha.
Shark bait.
Hoo-ha-ha.
Hey.
But now, okay, Natalie made it back.
Oh god! And then they have a confrontation again because now it's just the three of them, and that's awkward because there's no
But
buffer.
that's the perfect amount for the jet ski.
Right, but jet ski's just not working. And then they're like, Natalie, it's called you're being a doormat, and that's why people walk all over you. Now here's a life lesson for everybody. Okay. If you are in a situation on the water where people are dying and it's not great, should you A, choose this time to settle all your disputes, or B, wait till you get back to land?
Or C, just go on with your lives. Let's not address it. Let's just move on.
Or D,
maybe our separate ways. I don't care.
This is the opportunity to do a murder.
To settle all
This is a
disputes
good opportunity.
and say the shark
Yeah.
did it.
Shark did it. I don't think there's a shark in this movie.
The shark's a metaphor for someone's rage.
Yeah, for female rage.
For female rage. Yeah, Natalie dragged herself down in that water.
Yeah. Look, this movie takes place in Daniel's toxic masculinity universe. Because this horrible conversation that we had to sit and be a part of, so Natalie is, calling Tom out on this bullshit. He says there's two others he's also slept with. Then Tom, Natalie's pissed. She's basically getting on to Tom. You would almost say standing up for herself. Tom's reaction is to turn around and say, you're a doormat, all angry at her. You don't stand up for yourself, so people walk all over you. So he is now claiming that she needs to stand up for herself as he's tearing her down for standing up to him. And that's his excuse for cheating on her. I was like, you can't have it both ways, dude. But you know what? Hey, her mom and dad liked you, dude, and her brother hero worshipped you, dog. Why are you even still with me? Because I love you.
Should have been with the brother.
Should have been with the brother. You slept with two of them? I'm sorry! Like, oh my god, this thing, you should have fucking died. And then Tyler.
Tyler was a real one.
Tyler Tyler, that's what I said. You guys read all my notes. I gotta make my notes private. Tyler's a real one. He made it out there. Then that's where my notes are. Boat has sharks on it. It's ran by sharks. It's all sharks. If Tyler had known that burrito was on that boat, do you think he would have swam a little bit harder?
Oh, absolutely.
Because if I knew that burrito was potentially in my future.
I think if instead of stopping to like yell at the boat, if he had just kept swimming towards the boat, I think he would have been fine.
I think so too. Like, don't stop. Just keep swimming. He has burritos. The shark like flashes in front of Tyler.
He flashes him
me.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you jumped a little bit.
Oh, when the fin just came right into frame, that I did jump. I'll admit it.
And it was so quick, Tyler wasn't even sure what the fuck was happening. He's like, wait, what? And then so he goes under and he's looking around. This is the first part.
It's a waste of time.
That is a waste of time. What are you hoping to accomplish with this?
Let's just swim to the boat. It's right there.
Yeah, just keep swimming, nice and calm. God. And then, well, he doesn't see the shark, and then he comes back and is going, and then shark does a sneak attack from the side, and like, that's cruel. Because he was right there, man. And this is when we get like I think probably already our second of what I'm calling the ocean is vast shots. Where I think 4 million of those euros was spent on helicopter time to get these shots where we just keep pulling up and away from the boats and stuff to show there's nothing around here because the ocean is vast.
Like mother's womb.
Fucking thing.
You say helicopter. I think we've reached the point where you can do it with a drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. So maybe
$500
4 million
drone.
euros.
Or a bird.
So 5 million euros gets you a $50 drone.
Strap it to a bird.
Maybe the rest was spent on the shark. Because I think
How much do you think they paid the shark?
Oh, he got paid like hella ducats.
Because he probably doesn't want to. He's like, I'm tired of only being cast as the bad guy shark who eats people. I want to be the family guy shark.
I understand. There is a part in this movie where the shark comes up, and I'm pretty sure I heard him say, "Hey guys, everything okay up there?"
And they scream at him.
So of course he bites them, because what else can he do?
He could have not bit him, man. Also, look, the guy just comes back up and gets the rest of his burrito, and that's appropriate.
It's nighttime now. So this movie, we're gonna have multiple days on the water because our characters have something to hold on to and not just get tired and drown.
Someone will be missing us soon.
Wah, wah, wah.
Who? Mills. Who? You didn't tell anyone you're going anywhere. I don't know that anyone else there on your vacation knows you in general. You stole the jet skis, so you don't even have the jet ski owners will be looking for us. Well, they're probably looking for you, but, you're going to fucking jail.
Did you lose a jet ski or something? Because your take on this is great.
He's very mad that they stole the jet skis.
They could have stole a fucking golf cart. I would have still been pissed. It wasn't theirs.
Well, golf carts are
They
sacred.
fucking stole it.
So you're more of a property over human life kind of guy.
If you come over here and steal my property, you've already shown that your human life isn't worth
right.
anything.
Okay, so you are a property over human life guy. Okay.
No, it's more of
that's what you just said.
No. It's more of you thought you were so important that you can come over and do something intentionally negative to my life.
It's not your life,
think that's
though.
fine.
It's property,
It's my property, and you've taken it, and now my life is lesser because of it.
Maybe I need it.
Maybe
I needed it, Need it more than you.
They did not need it.
You didn't need that jet ski.
They stole it.
Need that jet ski more than you. You're not even using it. You got two. You had two jet skis. They should have just.
It was like 6
They should have just
morning.
taken one.
Well, if they're gonna wreck one,
they got greedy. You can't play chicken properly with just one jet ski.
Mm-hmm,
that's true. You steal my shit, I give no shits if you die. That's just life.
There's another boat in the water. Why?
There's another body in the water. Why?
Well, because look, there's another boat. It's nighttime. There's another boat, so of course we've got to swim to it. And my first thought is, why do you have to swim? Why does one person have to swim to it? Okay, that's my first question. Because wouldn't it be better for everyone just to swim alongside the jet ski and push it towards the boat?
I mean, we covered that earlier. They're not smart enough to do that.
But Natalie just jumps in the water and says, "All right, now if you see anything, you holler." And I'm like, "Lady, it's nighttime."
Well, doesn't the dude? They tell the
dark.
dude to do it first, and then he starts, but then he gets scared and comes back.
Out.
Yeah.
Tom is not a real one.
I just can't, guys. I just can't. Yeah, he even when he's trying to lower himself into the water, he's scared fucking shitless. And here's the thing: I don't judge you for that, Tom. There's a fucking shark in the water.
Yeah, but do you have to splash so much about it?
Here's the thing. This is what the plan should have been. Before she even gets in the water, Tom and Millie should have been splashing the fuck out of the other side of the jet ski. Splash a lot to create the distraction. You want the shark to come fuck around with the jet ski. Hopefully you can hold on to the jet ski so Natalie can free swim the other direction to not, get gobbled.
You don't want to be gobbled.
Tyler swam 20 miles earlier.
He really
Well,
did.
So
It's
Tom
is it
could have
miles?
surely just...
Because it's like on the ocean, nautical miles. Is that different than a mile?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
it's
asking.
not. It's a wet mile.
And there's currents. It's even
And
harder.
also, are sharks attracted to shit and piss? Because Tom definitely did both.
Are sharks attracted to dead, bleeding bodies in the water? Because it left a perfectly good meal and a life preserver floating with the boat.
Well, at this point, he's full.
Yeah.
He's full from his previous meal and probably like sleeping.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd buy that. And then, so it doesn't eat him. That's fine. And then it's like another day. And I said, another day, a deeper sunburn. Here we go.
Thing is, though, I thought it was a buoy. I was wrong. It wasn't a boat. I knew that. But yeah, just a floaty dead guy. And yeah, she screams, swims backwards, and then Tom's like comes out to rescue her, even though she can swim. So I don't really get that, but whatever. So did I miss like another boat accident or something?
Well, that's where that guy came from.
Okay, that's what I was like. Where the? I thought did a classic Kenny.
I
and
think
blinked.
that guy was on a little boat, and then the shark eated the little boat, and then the little guy got all hurted and died. And that's where the boat debris come from.
They finally
yeah,
do
makes
something
sense.
smart when they pick up...
Dude.
They do.
Man.
When they pick up those planks of wood and start using them as paddles.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, yeah, they're finally
Finally.
playing raft.
question.
They need to make a scrap hook.
Okay, out of the three of us, who is
Me.
taking the life vest off of the watery, soggy, bloated, floating corpse?
Oh, if it's a life or death situation and you guys don't want it, I'll happily take it. But I'm
Why
gonna
wouldn't
rinse
you?
it off.
Why wouldn't you?
first.
What do you mean rinse it off? You don't need to rinse it off. It's in the ocean.
It's not take it. Like, we'll all take it, but who's taking it off the corpse?
I'll take it off of him. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, I got no issues with a dead body.
And you know what? I'm stealing that guy's shoes too.
I got his pants. I'm gonna
Alright.
check his wallet at least. We forgot to mention the dream sequence.
There's a dream sequence?
Yeah, Natalie's rinsing her face in the ocean, which I was like, I don't know. And then she stops and puts her face under the water to look underneath the thing. And I was going to laugh if there's like 4,000 sharks down there.
That's a lot.
But then I'm like, okay, we're giving us a good shot into the darkness of the ocean. Please have the shark come up. And it does. The shark just comes out of the darkness right at her face. And then she jerks awake. And that's when I'm like, there's an Elm Street in the ocean. We're all children of Elm Street. This is like Freddy Krueger shark, Nightmare shark. But I think that's actually a thing too. There's Ghost Shark. I've seen that.
Okay, you've seen that. We've seen Shark on the Moon.
There's Sharks of the Corn.
What?
I've seen a shark in a tornado.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Don't you? Oh, God, me. My wife asked me if that director went to school.
Elementary.
You don't always have to go to film school. I bet he did.
Probably went to the Roger Corman film
But it
school.
did.
Hey, gets it done.
So in the morning is when, we floated closer to the dead body, and then that's when Millie tells us, like, I can only doggy paddle. Can I have that vest? And this is why I say rinse it off, Daniel, because it was still covered in, like, blood and gore when they took it off of him. Like, so I guess the top part was not ever properly rinsed. So I'm just saying I would rinse it again after I get off of them, because you know what I got in, plenty of supply of? Ocean water. You could have just done a little rinse. But yeah, so they finally started playing raft. They got their boards to paddle. How do they know which way they're rowing?
They
'Cause
don't.
I don't think any of these
They
people
called that
had
out. They don't know if
presence of
they're
mind.
going the right way.
Right, because when they left the continent, do you think they were paying attention to what direction they actually went? Like,
Oh yeah, they were
east,
going
west?
away from land, towards out in the ocean.
I don't know. But right around this part is where I realized that the movie has stopped offending me for a little bit. I was like, did this get better, or am I like...
This is where it stopped offending you, and this is where I started skipping ahead.
I was like, I might have had like Munchausen's? No. Is that the one where you're held captive and you start to feel for your,
No.
your captor?
It's
No,
not.
fuck, not Munchausen's is it's the medical one.
Well, they're
That's
they're
when you're
both
like
medical.
killing your
Stockholm.
kid. to
Stockholm.
They're
get-
both
Yeah,
they're
no,
both
that-
medical things.
No, when you're killing your kid, it's Munchausen's by proxy. No, it's
Yes.
Stockholm syndrome. So I think this movie, I
It's
got Stockholm syndrome at
lupus.
this point. But I'm agreeing with you
It's
guys at
always
this point.
lupus.
The two things I'm actually disappointed with this movie is probably just the script, and then, like I said, there are shots that linger too much. We do too many of these pull-out shots, and then too many shots where it's like, okay, we're walking on the beach, we get that. Like, the opening went too long, the ending goes too long. Anyway, at this point, though, I'm kind of enjoying myself for a little bit. What I need from these movies, the reason these don't work for me, is I need to have some sort of belief that they can fight back. That they have some sort of chance to realistically survive this. And so we haven't got that yet, but then now the shark has decided it's ready for the movie to end. So it just starts chomping at them on the jet ski.
Like, he's got to go back home. He's been out of town for a while, right?
He went out for dinner and he's been out for a while. It's been days.
This is where I get my wish, because this is where the shark does just accelerate up from the water, breach the water, and to attack. I think it's Tom. So I get my stun the seal moment.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so it comes up, bites Tom on the jet ski, and then it comes up from underneath again, launches them all off the jet ski, which I thought was hilarious. And then he comes up again and launches Tommy like you wanted, and that was so nice. I liked that.
Oh, so nice.
So nice. And then, so they obviously are swimming. She got a stab in with a board on the shark's face at some point.
Well, I got a riddle for you. You ready?
Oh, God, yeah, hit me.
What's better than a whole Millie?
2 whole millies?
2 whole Millies, yeah. But one in the shark's tummy and one that you keep, that you can then hang on your... I don't know where I'm going with this, but she gets bitten in half.
You put it in a classroom,
Yeah,
and you
she
say,
does.
look at this, kids. This is a harlot. And this is what happens to you if you're a harlot.
This is a harlot's fate.
Yeah, so they did the classic, like, half of the person's in the water, then, like, you basically put the bottom half in a blender, because all the blood starts churning out.
Oh, and that blood dripping out from the top was just so good.
It's good, and thankfully she has the life jacket on so she can, nice and float next to us for a while. Also, they needed to stop yelling, because after all that yelling is going to attract bears next, and that's just not...
I don't think bears like yelling.
They don't like, so they're going to come over and say, hey, keep it
it
down.
the
It's
fuck
unbearable.
down.
Now, here's an issue I have with this movie.
Oh.
Okay, the leg bites, they're small, but they're fine. I can believe them, whatever. Anytime we get a bite to a torso, it looks like 4 giant claw marks.
Yes.
The teeth are not that spaced apart. It would be absolutely shredded in such a different way. Instead, that's when I started thinking about bears. It looks like they got clawed by a fucking
the shark
bear.
didn't bite him. It clawed him. Stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Sharks have claws. Apparently. They just don't use them that often.
I was happy that with that injury, that Tom should be bleeding out soon, and he'll just stop crying and being a whiny little bitch.
No, he kept crying and being a whiny little bitch.
He really did.
He still has a chance to be a hero. The shark ends up eating the top half of Millie, too. And I'm like, is he going to float more now after eating the vest? But I guess he spits it out, which is weird, because I'm pretty sure they just swallow without carrying. So I don't know why he spit it out. And then Tom should be dead by now. Natalie's not dead, because this is the part where Natalie says, I'm a Kansas girl. Kansas girls go down fighting. And I said, Kansas girls probably have very limited ocean experience and would die in this situation even without a
Is that
shark.
a landlocked state?
That is very landlocked.
Kansas girl can't survive.
Hey,
Hey.
Name a Chiefs linebacker, Tom. They don't care about their linebacker. It's all about the QB. He's dead because then she asked about the QB, and he didn't immediately go on a rant about how Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the history of quarterbacks, so they should probably make a new position for him called God quarterback because he's that good. He didn't go off on that, so he's not a real Kansas City fan because he's dead, and we should use him as bait now. I would, whether he's dead or not. He's bait.
Shark bait. Ooh ha.
Millie's gone. Nat
Millie's
finally
munched away. Yes.
Yeah, Tom's laying in the back. Nat takes the seat off again and finally gets the cover off the engine that they've been trying to do for a while and sees that
You
the fuel
say
line
they've
is
been
broke.
trying to do for a while.
Okay, sorry. They
tried
for
a
30
minute.
seconds.
Hold on, you're skipping over the part where I laughed because the shark comes back to take another shot at. Nat stabs it in like the eye with her improvised weapon, the whatever piece of metal, and then the shark comes back and attacks Tom again and starts pushing the ski away from her, and I just laughed because I'm like, there goes your ride.
I didn't skip that, Ryan. We weren't there yet, you idiot.
Hoo ha ha!
she noticed the fuel line was busted, and she thought, oh, that little air thing to blow up the life vest out there floating is our key. So she dives off the boat to go get that, and that's when the jet ski gets stolen again by the shark with Tom on it.
Yeah,
like,
you know what?
The shark
and you have the same sense of morality. The shark is bringing that jet ski back to its rightful owners.
Yeah. And Natalie's going to try to stab it.
Well, the little shark, or the little jet ski hut was owned by a shark family. And that's what this is all about, actually.
Sharks need
reclamation of property. Stolen property.
Natalie took a knife out with her, I guess, that Tom had, and she's swimming back, and the shark's coming at her. She's, like, trying to time it, and then, like, the shark jumps out, she does a stab, and then she's gone. And I think even Tom laughed at that scene.
No, she rolled an 18 on her dex save, so she only took half damage. It's fine.
Yeah, she showed back up. But yeah, Tom made a noise. I'm like, Tom's fucking laughing, man. Anyway, she pops back out of the water. She's back on the jet ski, and she fastens a nice little splice for the gas hose. But at this point, I think the gas would have mostly leaked out.
I agree.
So I still don't think it would start, but whatever. But now Natalie has bear claw marks on her shoulder. But hey, we get it started. Hold me, Tom, but not too tight. Don't worry, Natalie. I don't think he can do anything too tight, because he's had to have lost a lot of fucking blood.
I would have preferred that after she said, like, hang on, Tom, and then she gunned the engine, that Tom just fell backwards into the water.
Fell right the fuck off.
What I wanted was twice, and we're done. I wanted
him to squeeze her, and then she lets out a little toot.
They started playing the music like they were saved, but I'm like, they're lost as hell, and they're both still gonna die. Or the shark's gonna get them last minute. And then I say that, and like, oh, I manifested the shark probably like 3 times in this fucking movie, because I'd say shark, and then shark. So there it is. It's right there. I don't know if a shark can keep up with a jet ski, but I also don't think that jet ski was going at full blast, so maybe not. Maybe that's not an issue here. But I'm like, oh, well, okay, give him Tom. Now Tom's noble now. Tom's like, tell your brother I was a stand-up guy. Like, that really hurt him earlier. Like, way harder than he hurt her.
I told you, he wanted to fuck the brother.
Who wouldn't? So he jumps in the water. Now Natalie's just fucking sitting there. Like, hey, come on, we can still go. Like, you are wasting his sacrifice. If you had just left, everything would have been fine. Also, if you avoided the rocks, everything would have been fine. But look, we always knew that she was going to be the last one to die, if she died at all. The bold choice would have been let Tommy or Millie live, or both of them live, and have the most morally corrupt people.
No, let Tyler swim to the boat and then just leave.
That would have been hilarious.
It's like, I actually don't know these white people.
Then we get her driving back to the mainland. That took way too long. Then she, I was like, I hope you go to jail when you get back anyway. Then we see all the rocks and she's banging off them. I was like, are you gonna crash? Seriously? And she hits one. I was like, I hope it explodes. But that didn't work. She got thrown from the thing, and then she's kind of dazed underwater. And then the shark is coming. It's pretty shallow at this point, so that shark is really only going to come after her if it's determined to eat her, which at this point we realize this is this is like a Jaws, like 3.
No. He's after,
he
wants the jet ski back.
Well, he swam past it.
She's got the key. He needs the key.
He does need the key. This is true. She swims like, I'm gonna get through these rocks. It's like, is this shark gonna hit the rock and like kill itself? No, it's even dumber. It just gets stuck.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, I can only go forward. Shit. What am I doing? I think at this point, okay, shark's stuck. She gets onto the beach. She's just laying there with the water still washing up on her. I think you gotta get a little further than that, because at this point the shark is shown it don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill you. I started something. I'm gonna finish something. I think she turns around. The shark's right there on the beach, standing like right behind her, like, hey, and then eats her.
Land shark.
But land shark. Look, the real victims are the jet ski rental owners. This is again what I'm thinking here. And now we get 20 minutes of her walking on the beach. And then the helicopter doing another pull-up shot.
What?
It feels like it.
It's not even a minute.
Approximately 2 minutes at most.
That's too long for her silently walking on a beach. Like, we get it. She's back on land.
Now, I agree it didn't end properly, because I had 2 thoughts of how this movie should have ended. Number 1 is that when she gets back onto the land, that she should have stepped on the broken glass from the bottle that guy threw on the rocks and like just split open her what is that, the Achilles tendon stuff right there, and just bled out and died that way. Or once she got onto the shore and like laid down, I heard seagulls in the ambiance, and I'm like, okay, now the seagulls come and just peck her to death.
Ooh-ha-ha.
I put down that I hope she climbed over the ridge and it was all bears over the ridge. Because, they were doing all that yelling.
Are there bears in Mexico, Spain?
There probably is Mexico, Italy, bears. Bearcellini, Gomez, Bearcellini.
It's a shame that all her friends had to die for her to learn not to be a floor mat.
She should find better friends anyway.
This is true.
No, only two of her friends sucked.
The rest of them still kind of did a B and E and a steal.
Whatever.
And also, none of them considered her feelings of not wanting to commit crimes in foreign countries.
If she didn't want to commit the crime, she shouldn't have gotten on the jet ski.
She was a doormat. I put down, at this point, a lot of this was dumb. This is Ryan's fault. And then the credit song started playing. You know I'm a champion. That's a stupid song.
No, I'm a champion.
That did not fit. Yeah, no, that's a stupid song. Stupid Ryan. Look, Tubi's going to get there. But they're not going to get there trying to do a straightforward creature movie like this.
They need to do more Shark Side, less this.
Yeah, more Shark Side, less this. Look, even Sci-Fi Channel had some hits. But it wasn't with a regular shark movie. It was with sharks in a fucking tornado.
Yeah.
Infestation was a good giant bug movie that Sci-Fi
I don't like
bugs.
I don't like bugs. Pass.
Sci-Fi is responsible for that newer Bring It On movie that's a slasher film. I bet that's enjoyable because that's such a ridiculous concept.
I don't like people doing cool shit.
I look at you and I see that. I do see that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any theories about this movie?
Theories?
The director should...
Yeah. Got any? I got one theory, but before I share mine, if you got anything you'd like to share,
I took
with the class.
zero notes.
The director should choose better scripts. I agree with you guys. I think it was shot well. Maybe the audio issue was on my end, but it was uncanny. It wasn't just muddy. It was just weirdly not. I couldn't pull out the exact words. They weren't mumbling. Maybe they were. Maybe there was just slightly too much background noise. We've had worse, for sure.
I think it's a you problem.
Possibly.
I thought the shark was Bruce from Finding Nemo, and he has sworn off eating fish because fish are friends, and that's why he's so eager to eat all these people.
I haven't had food in a while because I'm only surrounded by fish, but here I got people.
That's your theory?
That's my theory for why this shark is here, what it's doing, why it sticks around, why it saves meals for later, because it knows it's going to get hungry later, and so it doesn't want to eat its fish friends because it's in a rehab group for that, Daniel, which you'd know if you'd seen Finding Nemo, Daniel.
You'd know.
Okay,
here's the thing.
Hoo-ha-ha.
Shark bait.
Hoo-ha-ha.
4.4. Shark Side of the Moon. The last time we talked about it, I think it was a 3. It's now a 2.9.
What's happening? Why is it going down? It should be going up.
Did it go down after we talked about it?
Probably.
No.
Croc is a 2.7.
That ain't right.
Do you think Sharkside and Croc are worse movies than Sharkbait?
Are worse movies? Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you think they're less enjoyable than Sharkbait?
No.
On a technical level, this exceeds those by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, this does look like a movie.
This feels like a movie.
I give that. Feels like a movie. Again, I think I'm with you guys, or I don't know if you're completely on it, but I agree. Maybe I just hate the script of this, and again, the situation isn't great for me. The featured review for Sharkbait was too much aggravation, too little payoff. Was the title of that? I don't. Douche nozzles was thrown around in that review.
That's brilliant. Douche nozzles.
I didn't write that one, so
I don't think it's 2023. I don't think you can say douche nozzles.
I didn't say it. Don't even
put
worry
on your
about
snorkel. Go on down.
Okay, no, I am gonna read this review. Okay. Too much aggravation, too little payoff. I know the people in these movies have to be unsympathetic douche nozzles
no,
so
they
the
don't.
audience enjoys them being
They
massacred.
don't have to.
But this one really overdoes it. I agree with you.
It overdoes it?
They don't have to be. Yeah, overdoes it. I was siding with the shark 2 minutes into the film, and it took half an hour before it even showed its fin. After that, it's just a couple of people being dragged under the surface and some underwater scenes that are so dark you barely see anything. I gotta tell you though, the ocean's dark at a certain point, so I'm fine with that. Way too little, way too late. That review kind of died off. The opening part of that review is good.
Wait, was that the entire review?
That's it.
That's like 4 sentences.
Yeah, that's a synopsis. Another one says
that was from the producer.
Surprisingly good, actually. And someone else says unbiased evaluation. I'm not going to read all these.
Oh, these are IMDb reviews. I thought you were reading like a critic review.
I'm surprised this got a 4.4. And those other two I listed got so low because again,
Well, the thing you got to keep in mind is these people haven't seen the movies we've seen, right?
Nobody
they
should
haven't
have
been.
to see what my eyes
They
have
haven't
seen.
been on the journey that we've been on. They don't know the horrors that lie in the ocean and on the moon and in the English countryside.
Is this in the Croc cinematic universe?
No.
It would have been if there were crocs on the other side of that cliff instead of bears.
If we had gotten a shark, if when Tyler had swam to that boat and it was a shark on that boat and that was a shark boat, then we would be in the Croc cinematic universe. But that didn't happen.
What if I told you that 80% of the world's jet ski rental places were actually Goblin ran operations?
Okay. Are you telling me that? Because you just asked me.
I'm telling you that.
So
I'm telling you that right now.
No, I don't. This is boring. I don't want it to be in there.
Yeah, no, this isn't good enough to be in this. It doesn't meet the standards of the Croc cinematic universe.
No, it does not.
So it is not, and that's probably why the terror runs deep. Because if goblins ain't real, then what is even real anymore?
Would you recommend someone watch it?
No.
I recommend someone watches good shark movies, like say 47 Meters Down was actually pretty good, and the sequel to that was okay.
Was it 48 Meters Down? Is that the sequel?
It was 47 meters down, but in the second one they spelled meters as MEATERS.
Oh,
ooh,
like, that's smart. That's clever.
Meat.
That's clever.
Yeah. That's a good one. If you've looked at our release schedule yet, we have.
Oh, and I'm sure
what
they
I know
have.
is a good shark movie. Yeah, you guys probably haven't seen it, but the shark movie that I have us watching, you're going to enjoy.
Want to bet?
Bet?
I might not watch that one.
Just
like I didn't watch this one.
Sharks have claws.
Sharks have claws.
And I want to see
Sharks need clean water too.
Go watch Jaws. Go watch 47 Meters Down. Go watch Shark Night. Go watch the movie we will be watching.
Shark Night.
Later,
Ew.
The Shallows. Shark Night's good. Shark Night was surprisingly good. If you want to have fun with just underwater things, go watch any of the Piranha movies, either the original ones or the remakes. Those are a good time. Go watch Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo for sure. I mean, you could throw out Deep Blue Sea. Come on.
Yeah, Deep Blue Sea's fun.
Only watch the first one, though. Deep Blue Sea's fantastic.
There's another?
Sci-Fi's made 2 more now at this point.
Does it have Tom Jane?
No.
Does it have LL Cool J?
No, but Sam Jackson's back somehow.
It's a prequel.
Oh, shit. Deeper Bluer Sea.
I think you should go watch Fried Green Tomatoes, because I don't think enough people really appreciate that film, and it's pretty good.
I don't know what that is.
Go watch 12 Angry Men so you understand that crimes are serious and you shouldn't commit them.
Okay, but he stabbed a guy.
12 Angry... okay,
allegedly.
You want to do this. 12 Angry Men. He did not stab a guy.
I said allegedly.
Did you?
Yes.
All right.
He said it now. Go watch The Judge.
The Judge is a movie. You should watch The Judge.
Go watch Gideon's Trumpet.
Go watch
I am not into
To
gay
Kill a
pornos.
Mockingbird.
Daniel said no to this movie, right?
Movie sucked. Well, I didn't suck.
You didn't watch it, that's so, who knows. I hate to do this, but I'm afraid it only has a couple of interesting shots really
It's
going
really just
for
the
it.
one shot for me.
Yeah, well...
It's a boring premise. It's, like I said, it's
I don't
tough
think it's
to
a
make
boring
good.
premise.
No, I think it is. When the shark should clearly just win.
The shark should clearly win. It should have just eaten them all.
Like, it's not like Jaws where we went out on a boat ready to hunt this fucking thing where we have a chance. Like, no, the shark should have just fucking won.
It's not about winning or losing. It's about learning something, you know?
Yeah, we're all better
and
people
what we
at the end of
learned
this movie.
Is that Kenny values
Natalie cut
property
the
over
fat.
people.
If you don't value my property...
I don't give a shit about your
my
property.
feelings about my property, I don't give a shit what happens to you. Because clearly you think the world revolves around you.
I mean, it does.
You take his John Deere tractor, he's coming
You
for
fucking
you guys.
take his tractor, he gonna be big mad. Ooh, I would watch a movie where someone steals something like super insignificant from Kenny, and then Kenny like hunts them down. It's like Taken, but instead of
It's
his
Taken,
daughter,
yeah.
it's like his
I
lawn
think this
chair.
movie's just called Falling Down, and it was with Michael Douglas, like back in the day.
That's a good movie.
I don't know. I don't know.
I have
that
a
one.
really...
It's based.
you
It's
should watch that. It's
Postal the
good.
movie, pretty much.
Oh wait, I do. Okay, yeah, I do know that one.
Yeah, Falling Down's a banger.
I'm the bad guy. Clickety clack, click clack, clickety clack, scuttle scuttle. What's that, horrible people? Oh, that's the sound of our next episode, where we do something really fun. We have been looking forward to this for a long time. We are going to review Guy N. Smith's Night of the Crabs. It's a very lovely story where we discover that every inch matters.
Well.
I don't wanna go. I'm not letting us.
He wants to stay.
As
He wants to
always,
swim longer, Daddy.
I'm your disappointed father host, Kenny.
I'm your confused. Now I have to spend the whole goddamn day at the police station reporting a theft of my stupid jet skis. Jet ski owner Daniel.
That was good. I'm your in credits champion song, Ryan.
And then our fourth host, who isn't here, is our had to sweep up all the trash and broken glass janitor guy, Spider Doug.
You're a real one, Spider Doug.
Don't break glass on beaches or anywhere. Don't do as steal. Be better people, and I won't wish you died. That is all. Shark bait. Hoo-ha! Bye. This is Ryan's fault.